Good afternoon, everybody, wherever you are, wherever you may be. This is Tony in Laughing Place Headquarters East. Alex, where are you at today?
I am
Alex?
at the
Okay.
place on Earth. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm in the far reaches of Adventureland, where I don't know if I can say this is the longest line in the park, but they unveiled this Dole Whip float today, and so that is some line for it.
Did you get your souvenir boat,
Disneyland
float boat
secret? Benji definitely did. Dole Whip is not on my current diet, but Benji got one. But here's the best kept Disney secret. If you don't care about the Dole Whip, if you just want the boat, you can come over here and get one with fruit instead.
Oh, wow. That is the best kept secret, at least on the internet today.
Yeah. Right. It is just hidden. It's on Tropical Hideaway, near the Tropical Hideaway where you can get the boat. Jungle Cruise recently reopened here with all of its magical changes. And it has also racked up quite a line. I believe
Have you done it yet today?
45 minutes now, but we did that first. Yeah,
okay.
That was the first attraction that we did today. And I enjoyed it. Hi, Lori Jean.
Lori Jean and Alyssa both say hey. And then Michael says
Alyssa.
hi from Germany.
Guten Morgen? I don't know what time it is there. I also don't know evening, afternoon in German. I just know morning.
How's the wait for Tarzan's Treehouse?
Tarzan. So we did it earlier because we decided we would just tackle Adventureland to completion. And I will say there's no line to get in, but there's a line to get out.
Okay.
We had a lot of little kids wanting to do the stairs themselves. So once we got to the top, it took much longer to get down, which is not usually the case.
So last time I did a live stream from Disneyland was with Mike C, and we went through the treehouse, and he noticed all the water at the bottom was turned off. Is it still the same way?
Nope, it was on today, heavily chlorinated, smells like a YMCA swimming pool. Pirates of the Caribbean, it's got to kill all the germs. Pirates of the Caribbean, currently a 40-minute wait, still extends out into Nyalans Square. I have not seen, here we go, there are rafts. So here's, we've got the David Crockett Explorer canoes.
What?
Coming up over
I guess it is July. I keep forgetting that it is July.
They're back. And then a raft of folks, Tom Sawyer's Island featuring Pirates Cove, and another group is waiting to head over for some Mark Twain style adventures.
Now I see the Columbia out there. Is that running or is it in the dock?
Yeah,
in Harper's dock or whatever it's called.
Nope, they are heading just around the river bend. Pocahontas is dreaming about strange looking clouds. They don't have the sails down today, but there they go. Nice. I don't know if you can see they're moving.
Have you heard the cannon go off at all?
Hevet. I have not heard the cannon go off, no. Do you guys want to do a lap through New Orleans Pirates line?
We can. Yeah, let's do it.
We can look up. I didn't know if you had an agenda, Tony.
Not for you at the park. For my day, yes, but not for you at the park right now.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. It is the birthday. Might as well celebrate the first land added.
Yes. Did you get anything special today? Any special map, special button, anything like that?
Oh no.
Okay.
Same old map, no
Okay.
button. In
Well,
fact,
I know it's an
a
off year.
lady
It's
with a sun
66,
hat
but I
on.
didn't know. So.
I just passed a lady with a sun hat on, and on the brim, she had all of her anniversary buttons, the ones you
Nice.
typically do his birthday, whether it's a milestone or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she looked a little sour about the fact that there wasn't one today. There is, if you choose to purchase it, a specialty cupcake at Jolly Holiday
Okay.
Bakery, which I have not seen with my own eyes. And then there is a specialty caramel apple, which is at Pooh Corner and Candy Palace. I did get to see that, and it's like Mickey Mouse's tuxedo,
Okay.
but it's like sparkly blue, which I think was probably something that the kitchen devised for the 65th, because everything was blue,
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of a teal blue for that. So I think it was like, well, we spent some time making this apple look special again.
I am getting a little nervous of your signal, but I
Oh,
think we'll be
do
okay.
you think I should not
If you
risk?
start cutting out,
I
I'll
will
jump back.
I will back up if needed. There's some lucky people up there. I'm very with anything that's double digit, the same number.
Okay, I was trying to think of a way to ask that without asking that. So I'm glad you came it that way.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the old door. It's
Yeah,
now stroller parking, I think. They
I've
don't use
noticed
it
that
anymore.
every
This
time
is
I
that
go, it
shop.
becomes some kind of parking area.
Yeah,
That's the one
this
that's
is that
going to be a
shop that
new
we
restaurant or something, right? Or speculate that it
we
will become a new
think it's a
restaurant.
little
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, Disney hasn't made any announcements. Last time it was open, it was like a dress shop. Um, it says on the one side, gumbo is the spice of life. It says on the other, something new is cooking. So obviously, that all suggests perhaps a star. But I was thinking also like a Tiana inspired, uh, like a store that sells spices and stuff like that, and
In
like
my head, I
gumbo
was like
kits.
Tiana Home Goods, like that kind of thing. But yes.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the other one, the new one. I'm not looking at you. I don't know anything about what's up there. I'm not envious. None of those feelings have ever crossed my mind.
Are
Anybody
the
want a
jazz
beignet?
players out over here?
I have not heard any live jazz, but they did launch a cavalcade right around 12 o'clock. And of course, we had just sat down in a small world boat and dispatched when I heard, the live marching band drumming up. So it was like, oh shoot, did I ever time this visit to Small World poorly?
Now, was that special for today, or is it the one that we saw a few days ago with just a couple of characters?
I have no idea because I went from Small World to getting lunch to live stream. So you being in headquarters east might be able to figure that out while we walk around. Disneyland Railroad, no longer social distancing. You can board at any of the stations the way Walt intended. Mansion, ever popular.
Did you just get in line for it, or
We're
is this like
posting
an
about
outside
45
part?
minutes.
Okay.
No, this is like the bypass of the potential extended queue.
Okay.
Gotta get around these Turo people. 35 minutes right now for the mansion. They only have room for one more to get in. They might be at capacity. Would be a bummer.
What I'm finding about the cavalcade is
And
that it's only for this weekend. So whatever Mike saw yesterday
okay.
was probably it.
Okay, that's good to know.
But that video is up on
Splash
Laughing Place
Mountain,
YouTube,
the
so
line
feel free to
keeps
go
getting
look.
bigger.
We are live right now, so feel free to comment,
Yeah.
ask questions, partake in the Disneyland
But
anniversary fun with us.
This. Watch it.
Yes, watch it later. That'll be there. This is live
This is
now.
worth seeing. Yeah. Yeah.
Now this is the new
Splash
Princess
is
Tiana
now
ride, right?
75 minutes. Future Home.
Future Home.
I think New Orleans Square is going to evict. Future Home. I think New Orleans Square is going to evict some critters to make that happen.
That's I don't want that to happen, but I feel like you might be right.
I just don't know how. I mean, definitely there's critters. You know, there's gators. There's lightning bugs.
It'll just become New Orleans Square South, or even though it's more east, as the compass actually lies. Or not east,
sure.
west. I don't know my compass, apparently.
It'll just keep creeping closer to the edge of the galaxy.
Yes.
Hungry Bear is back in business.
Where did you said you did lunch earlier today? Where did you do lunch at?
I did Bengal barbecue because
good choice.
I am on a
good choice.
doctor-ordered low-carb diet to curb diabetes. So if you know, if anyone watching has any questions about where to do low-carb or keto at Disneyland, I have, in the past couple of weeks, become an expert.
Donna
today, it's always.
Donna said the band went to the train station where they had a very short happy birthday to Disneyland. Walt said some of the opening day speech, I'm assuming a replay of it, and characters and guests singing happy birthday to Disneyland.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Your age lives fond memories of the past, while youth may savor the challenges and promise of the future.
And Star Wars.
And galaxies far, far away, yet to be discovered by the next me. I will be reincarnated, and my voice will suddenly be a little more like this. And I don't need to build sets anymore. I have computers now. Let's go to Pooh Corner. We'll show off that caramel apple.
Andrea wants to know where we are. I'm guessing that would be, or no, she's asking about the diet. I'm sorry, where? Because she has a doctor-ordered diet too of keto. So do you know anything about that?
Oh, I am on. That is what I am on.
Okay.
So let me just get to the non-keto candy apples, and then I will stop and we'll talk all about the low-carb, high-fat, moderate.
I agree with your theory, by the way. That's absolutely
this was for the 65th.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure someone designed it in the Disney test kitchen, and then they didn't get to do it, and so for this they were like, let's bring that back.
Let's do it.
Got all the blue crystal sugar. All right.
We have a plush Mickey, and that looks exactly like it from the 65th, and that looks exactly like it.
I am pretty sure. I'm curious to see that cupcake, but Jolly Holiday is a little bit more challenging to get into than Pooh Corner. So for keto at Disneyland, Bengal barbecue is the easiest because it's pretty much all meat skewers and some vegetable skewers. Like everything is like a kebab. So you can get beef, chicken, and pork belly, which is very high fat. Which for me on keto, I find it sometimes hard to hit my fat goals. So that really helped me out today. And you can do it all without the sauce, which makes it very easy. They also have giant pickles, which are, I think, around 4 grams of carbs. And then they have vegetable skewers there. So Bengal barbecue has kind of become my go-to. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, we'll walk through there now, and if I see them, I will point them out to you. But some of the carts now sell Parmesan crisps, basically like a puffed Parmesan chip. And those are, it's cheese. So those are pretty low carb. They are a higher protein, lower fat item. So you probably don't want to eat too many of them. But That's another good option. The Chippendale Nut Company for snacking. They have a lot of like mixed nuts, peanuts, things without chocolate or candy, or a lot of the nuts and stuff are like roasted in a glaze. So you can find some in that collection that are not. And at this park, the Pizza Planet restaurant in Tomorrowland used to be the Rocky's Pizza Port. They have a chicken Caesar salad.
I still call it that, by the way.
I know. Well, I think they finally made the sign a little more permanent. Oh, I'm walking
Yes, they did.
parallel to the Mark Twain, by the way. So I'll point that out. Someone's up there with a parasol enjoying their view. And then we got some Hungry Bears up here. Hungry Bear has burgers, so you could obviously.
Oh, I like that sign.
Without a bun. Yeah, the sign is great. I love the little the honey beehive with the bees attached to it. Yeah, so one of the things that they got rid of at Galaxy's Edge that I was bummed about. Thank you, Donna. You can just see it kind of disappearing through the trees right now. But they used to have jerky at Ronto Roasters, and they got rid of it. I don't know if that was low enough in carbs, because I remember it having kind of a sweet aftertaste. So it may have kind of been packed with sugars that you didn't know about. But that was one of my favorite things before I ended up on keto. So I'm trying to think. I mean, there's other places with burgers that you can, easily get without the bun, which is kind of a last resort for me. But I prefer something that's a little easier to eat than that. So Bengal barbecues, definitely a great go-to. Over at
She wants to know if it's
California
sugar-free
Adventure,
sauce.
The Paradise. I don't know. I didn't ask about it. I bet you they have some kind of a substitute. For me personally, I've been avoiding anything that's even branded sugar-free, just because I was hypoglycemic before I became pre-diabetic. And so I knew even back then, like if I had like a Diet Coke, for example, the artificial sweetener in there is aspartame, and my body would kind of be tricked into thinking it had sugar, even though I had a substitute. And so I tried to avoid any sugar spikes by not doing artificial sugars, with the exception of stevia, however you pronounce it, and Splenda sucralose, which I think is genetically modified sugar. So if you don't fear GMOs, I use Splenda. But I mean, I take each their own, obviously, and I'm sure they do have some kind of a low sugar or no sugar added option over there.
I know Disney kitchens are pretty accommodating and stuff like that, so surely there's something.
They are. Yeah, they are. And we're about to go to Dollywood. I believe you'll be there at the same time as us.
Yep.
And so I've been researching there, like what can I have? And I guess
from my research, nothing.
No, I guess there's a couple restaurants at Dollywood that have like not advertised on the menu items.
Okay.
For people who are diabetic or on low carbs. So like one of the restaurants is called like the Front Porch or something like that. And I guess they secretly have rotisserie chicken on the menu.
Okay.
Which is what they kind of bring out when somebody says that's their dietary need. Do we want to go through the...
We'll be there on Tuesday for sure, so hopefully we'll see you guys. But that is
nice.
Up to you. It looks like it might be a little crowded. What do you think?
They are a little bit jamming. I think we'll take the bypass.
We were asked, is this Disneyland or Disney World? Before we got the chance to answer, they caught themselves and said, never mind. But to answer officially, it is Disneyland in Anaheim, California for the 66th anniversary. Would you say that a lot of people know what's going on today, or they just happen to be there today?
Absolutely. I will say that, I mean, I've encountered some people who had no clue, and just seemed to be here on like a summer, they picked this day at random and got lucky. But no, there's a lot of, I see a lot of people in shop attire, dressed up nice and celebrating the park's history. I am wearing the pass holder shirt with Walt Disney on it, and I've seen at least 4 other people with it, and
Okay.
we all have this awkward moment. Everyone responds either one of 2 ways. It's either nice shirt, like a joke.
I do that.
Or it's,
Sorry,
I
but yes.
twin. No, I do that too. Actually, I found somebody who was my hat twin today. I have a Mr. Toad's Wild Red hat on, and so I found my hat twin. I'm still looking for my hand twin. So if anyone's got something that looks just like this, that's a Friends reference.
Yes.
Sorry, off company. As I go off.
I was there for the 50th, July 17th, 2005. And I remember encountering a number of people who had no idea what day it was. And they were just like, what is going on?
Oh, wow.
Because that was a capacity crowd day and everything. So.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. How early did you get? Because I've heard stories of people like camping out for the 50th.
I got there, so I left it was a Sunday, if I recall right, and I left the Saturday night prior, and the line had already started to form for the next day. And that was at like 10:30 that night. And then I left and went back to my hotel. I probably took like an hour nap and showered, and then went back and got in line probably around 1:30.
Nice of you to shower.
Yes. And then we had some family friends who were meeting us there too. I was there by myself. He met us. I texted him because he was in LA at the time, and he got there around 3. And then around 4-ish or so, if I remember right, maybe 5, they moved us into California Adventure, which at the time was the biggest attendance count for California Adventure, was the line to get into Disneyland for the 50th.
No, thank you.
But yeah, and it weaved through the whole park. We were staged in different color groups, and our group was down in then Paradise Pier. And there were 3 or 4 groups ahead of us, scattered throughout Condor Flats and Grizzly Peak. So, and the end of the line was back in the back by where Superstar Limo was. I think at that point it had either just opened as Monsters Inc. or was about to. But that's where the end of the line was. And then they moved us all into Disneyland proper. And you had one of 3 choices. You can go to the merchandise line. You could go on, you can get a spot for the rededication speech. Or you could go to Space Mountain, which had opened up that Friday after being closed for like 2 years while they were completely redoing it. So I went to Space Mountain.
Yeah, no, thank you.
But then we got our special opening day recreation maps and our golden ears and everything.
I did opening day of Avengers Campus. Probably the first time I've ever done like a real opening day of a land. I've done, previews prior to opening, but never been there on the day. And it was a long day, and I got very badly sunburned. Fun fact this now, but it's not really an issue because you can come and go as you please. But back in 2021, on those opening day of Avengers Campus, nobody in Avengers Campus sold sunscreen. And if you left, you weren't getting back in. Yes, Kelvin, happy birthday to Disneyland. I'm currently walking in one of the opening day lands, Frontierland.
I remember, is Davy Crockett and his friend Russell there helping do some finishing touches?
I have not seen any coonskin caps, nor have I seen any woulda, coulda, shoulda been a Tin Man walking around. That's a Wizard of Oz reference. Buddy Ebsen was the original Tin Man, and he had a reaction to the lead paint that they used on his face, and could not perform and was hospitalized for like a year.
Did going back to the Avengers Campus thing, I remember with you leaving, there was an issue because you weren't alone. You had some others with you, and I was trying to get a hold of one of them, but none of you guys could recharge your batteries because there were no fuel. Yeah, there were no fuel rods.
Yeah, also no fuel
area.
rods. Yeah, and again, if you left, you weren't coming back. That was a one and done. You had one choice: stay or go. And I chose to go because I was a rock lobster.
Rock lobster. Now, did anybody celebrate their wedding anniversary here a few nights before today?
Yep. Yes. Yes. Also, let's go see it. Let's go see that gift that Lillian did not want. Oh, Walt. You should put that in the park. That's beautiful. Thank you. I love it. Petrified tree. Donated by Mrs. Walt Disney, September 1957.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the whole planet of Batu is made of those, right?
I'm pretty sure, yes. I think this is the original spire.
Yep.
And then they kept going until the spire was a whole land. That's what till the spire means. It's where it comes from. It just got abbreviated over time.
And bright
Till
suns, because if you look at it, you're staring directly at the sun as it sets. So.
Mm-hmm. And you get double vision, and then some YouTuber comes around and is like, double suns.
Nanette also says happy birthday, Disneyland.
Sun.
And then Justin agrees. Would any woman
Happy
be that
birthday,
impressed
Disney.
with a tree stump from Colorado?
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. You shouldn't have. Let's put it in the park.
Now, how many opening day
how that
attractions have you done today? If any.
Jungle Cruise, and I think that's it. Is that's the only? Yeah, just Jungle Cruise. We did do Tiki Room, Indy. I don't know if you know this. Indiana Jones was not an opening day attraction.
I had no idea. Hi, Tammy.
Yeah, I know people get confused. Hello, Tammy. He trips a lot of people up. Tarzan's Treehouse, not opening day. Rise of the Resistance was sadly not opening day. What else we got?
You know what? So what attraction do you find yourself having to explain isn't an opening day one? As a Disney fan, talking with other folks, do you ever find like one more than the other?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Dumbo opened late.
Oh, I'm not talking about on technicalities like
Dumbo's
that. But yes.
Oh, okay.
I ask because I always hear the Matterhorn. Disney. Everybody thinks the Matterhorn was an opening day one that I talked to.
Oh no, that was Holiday Land.
Yes.
Holiday Hill.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Holiday Hill. All the dirt that they had moved that they didn't get out of the way when they locked it in sat there. Just took a moment to appreciate the beauty, the splendor, the magic of Sleeping Beauty Castle. This was.
Someone's getting their Instagram shots. We do not advocate the climbing of the benches.
We do not. Yeah. Don't pay no attention to the clearly death trap waiting to happen over here. I'm getting in everyone's photos. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'll go around the other way, but we'll go look at the Snow White fountain because that's a magical piece too. I'm sure you all know the story. This was going to be over 60 years old. Wow, that's impressive.
According to Bob Chapek, I didn't know he said that. I don't doubt he said that, but I didn't know he said that.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I love this clock. One of my favorite details. Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough is open. I'm sure I will lose you if I go into there.
Yep.
But this was originally going to be the front of the castle. And I think it was Harper Goff. No. It was, what's his name? The very mischievous Imagineer.
Rolly?
With a funny first name.
Rolly Crumb?
Not Rolly. Who turned it around on the model. No, it wasn't Rolly Crumb. It wasn't Herb. Who was it? Ryman. Herb Ryman.
It was Herb Ryman? Okay.
Herb Ryman picked it up, turned it around. Yeah, someone was like, you can't do that. He was like, the hell I can't. And then Walt walked in, he was like, that looks good.
He drew it in the first place.
Too frivolous a statement. I think Walt would have said, that'll do.
Or not said anything and just left.
Or just, gave everyone a look that said I approve, but I will not say those words because I don't believe in it. You'll just become complacent and lazy if I compliment you.
I'm
Anybody have a
wishing
wish to make?
for a steady signal. I'm
There's whole
wishing.
dollar bills. These people are rich.
Thanks, Purple Tink. Hello, Laughing Place. Happy birthday, Disneyland. Happy birthday to Disneyland, indeed. And Nanette, there has been a cavalcade, but there are no full parades back at any Disney park in America yet, anyway. Tell me about these statues, Alex. I heard one of them was made out of soap or something. Is that right?
Oh, okay. So I hope I am correct. I don't want to misquote anything. And if anybody has a correction to make, holler. Put it in the comments. We're live. So Walt Disney was gifted statues of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And the carver who did them, I believe, was from, I want to say, Switzerland or Germany. Disney had licensed shaped soaps from Snow White era and early Mickey Mouse and Silly Symphonies. One of the most expensive like antiques from that era are these carved soaps because most of them did not survive. They got used. So my understanding is these were never made of soap, but they were carved based on the soap figurines that were sold.
Okay.
And they were given to Walt Disney, and he thought they were so special that he wanted to feature them at Disneyland, the Fisher Up. And so that's why they're here. That's why this Snow White grotto was added. They weren't opening day. I don't know if they predate the wishing well, but I have a feeling that the wishing well was added because of that.
Which makes a lot of sense, yes.
And I believe ever since, every Magic Kingdom style Disneyland Disney's built has a wishing well, although I have not been to Shanghai, Hong Kong, or Paris. So anyone who's more world traveled than me, feel free to correct me.
All right, so we've got a little taste of Fantasyland.
Learned, yeah. Do we want to go through more of it, or do you want me to bypass it and go to Tomorrowland?
I was going to say, we saw Adventureland. We've seen Frontierland. We got a taste of Fantasyland. I would like to see a little bit more Fantasyland, but then go to Tomorrowland, yeah.
Yeah.
Get all the opening day lands there. Okay. Blind Corner.
Sounds good. Yes, very Blind Corner. They were not happy to see
Justin, thank you. Did a little research. Just checked. The Wishing Well is from 1961.
Oh. Thank you very much for chiming in. I'd like to know. So, Snow White's Wishing Well, not an opening day section.
Neither is Snow White's Enchanted Wish.
What do we count it as?
Is
this a 2021 edition, or is it simply has she simply been made over more times than Cher, and is now not as recognizable as we once knew her? I'd like to take this opportunity.
The auto-tuned Andrea Castellati. Or Adriana
the one over at the Wishing
Well.
Yeah, yep. So I only recently learned that they didn't just pull the audio from the film, but they had her come back and re-sing it, but her voice had changed. So stuff happens. I'd like to take a moment to point out some of my favorite weather vanes at Disneyland.
Okay.
There's one. There's one. There's one.
That's a weather vane?
I looked at that from Jungle Cruise.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not a weather vane. I was looking for the Monstro one, but it's around the corner.
Yes.
Now I am pinched.
What's the one at Toad? I forget what the one at Toad is.
Against the grain. It's the motor car.
That's right. Okay.
The Winkies.
Yeah, he's on it. That's right.
Motor car. He is. Where's Monstro? He's over here. We're looking for Monstro. Pinocchio's Daring Journey.
The weather vane. If you missed the other one. That's another one up there with the Matterhorn. I would say that's the other one I get a lot. Is that Pinocchio's opening day?
Yeah. No.
I agree.
No. The castle oldest attraction here, or do some of the train engines predate it?
I only know more about
I think I
Main
might have said
Street.
Castle.
I only know the or the Magic Kingdom train years because those are like the 1901 to 1910s.
Okay.
I don't know Disneyland.
Gotcha.
So let me look that up. But I would argue the carousel because I know that came from someplace else beforehand.
I feel like that's a fun fact I've heard thrown around a lot, is that the carousel is the oldest ride at Disneyland because it predates Disneyland. But I've always wondered, do any of the train engines predate the carousel?
So the carousel was built in 1922, and it was in Toronto at a park up there. So you're looking at
Canadian.
1922. Yeah. That's why they say it's like it's nay with the A, especially like specified there. And then let's look up the train engines.
Someone's got a turkey leg. Oh yeah, to the I forgot your name, but to the person asking about keto, turkey legs are keto. They suck up pretty much all your fat and protein for the day. So that's kind of like a one meal to rule them all if you ate the whole thing by yourself.
According to the Disney Parks blog, the oldest steam engine operating on the Disneyland Railroad was built by the Baldwin Locomotive Works in Philadelphia in 1894.
So that would be the oldest.
So one of the engines, and it's not showing me which one.
Monstro?
The Fred Gurley.
I got a cool hat. He's keeping
engine number 3, the Fred Gurley.
The Fred Gurley. Nice to know. Earlier when I walked by that tea party, the line was massive. It wrapped around it. It has cooled down. So people are less mad about the tea party.
Justin said, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride's the best opening day attraction.
I don't disagree.
I'm inclined to agree. I have to look at, I think, what are there, 18 left still? That are opening day?
I can't even like throw a number out. So yes. Sure.
I agree with Tammy though. The Casey Jr. Circus train's probably high up there also. She also says Dumbo. Hi, Caitlin.
Storybook Land. It's gone through a few changes, but that's opening day.
Canal boats of the world.
All of the original boats. Well, I think they're all still named after female Disney characters, which is why the Bambi themed one is Faline.
You're welcome.
And everyone goes, "Who's Faline?"
It's true.
Who's Faline?
I remember when I worked at Magic Kingdom, I worked parades. You're versed with that too. I'm familiar. Mm-hmm. And I was standing in front of Confectionery Corner. And Gideon, the cat from Pinocchio, was out just kind of strolling around, which is rare for Florida. And I heard a daughter, probably about 4 or 5, say, "I want a picture with the cat." And the dad said, "If you could tell me the name of him, I'll let you get a picture with him." And she couldn't.
Oh, I was thinking this story ended differently with Tony making a magic moment and whispering it in her ear.
It was just that but it was funny because that same day I saw another kid who was probably like 8 or 9, and the parade had already started at this point, and she was calling out all the rare characters and paid no mind to the big characters that were in it. And I was just like, "Who is this kid? Go help the other kid."
Oh. Did they know the name of the mice from Cinderella that don't have names in the movie?
Susie and Perla?
Yeah.
No. I think she did know Perla.
Okay. Tell me where in Cinderella they ever address the female mice with names.
Yep.
And yet we can never have Gus or Jacques outside of Spectrum Magic.
Did it bother you that clearly Susie and Perla had been modernized, but Gus and Jack have not?
Oh yeah.
Drove me nuts.
They've got some fresh faces. I believe Gus and Jacques still have mesh for eyes. They were like Stromboli in the villain parade. There had not been a new Stromboli made since 1963.
Justin, answering your Dumbo. Dumbo technically not an opening day attraction. It opened August 16th.
Thank you. I seem to remember in my mind that Dumbo was like, it was meant to be opening day. Something was delayed. Some important mechanism that probably made it spin. So it did not open with the park. I think it
Is
sat there.
is Benny rocking? No, he's not.
Benny's not rocking. But you can come knocking. It's a 50-minute wait.
50, 50?
50.
All right.
Not a joke. It's next to the gag warehouse, but I think they're serious.
Toontown, not opening day, not an opening day land.
Actually, I don't know if you know this. It was here.
Well,
It
yes,
was here
that's
the
correct.
whole time. And
My
then
apologies.
somebody realized they could dig under the train tracks and make a tunnel that would bring you back here to where Mickey and his friends lived. I think that was like 91, 92. It was a big deal, but it was always here. I think it's older than Disneyland.
Yeah, well, no, because it was Mickey that helped point out to Walt where to build the park.
Yeah, he's like, right here, this big orange crop
Yep.
right behind the house. And then Walt was like, I don't know, maybe we should hire someone to scope out some other locations. Mickey was like, you're wasting your time. And sure enough, he was right. But, they gave General Joe Fowler all the credit. And they go up on the gazebo, or the gazebo. Choose your pronunciation. Oh, look, some stuff's missing. Some stuff is missing. We do have City Hall, and look at the beautiful sky behind it. Just nothing but clear skies.
Like a storm is coming. It's a big gray wall of clouds.
It's just outside. I don't know what.
Are these food locations still open?
They have not opened since the parks reopened.
Okay.
Which I'm pretty sure Clarabelle is losing money hand over fist because she's only able to operate her one location at California Adventure now. They have the better menu anyway, but
they do.
Can always
and a prime location adjacent to a Starbucks.
It is a really good location. Pluto's not serving his dogs. Poor Daisy, she's waiting to buy all those.
This is horribly off topic of opening day festivities and fun. Is Pluto's doghouse a form of cannibalism?
Well, I guess this goes.
It depends what hot dogs are. Yes.
I was gonna say, it depends. Oh, look, here's another weather vane. It's not in Fantasyland, but this one. It depends on where, I suppose, the hot dogs are sourced from. I'm not trying to offend any countries in particular that may or may not eat dog. Anybody want to sip of water?
There you go. All right. I was like, does it still make sound effects?
Yep. It still happens. Still magical. Let's go see if it's Mickey and Minnie in front of their houses or not Mickey and Minnie in front of their houses because they swap them out with other characters. Pluto, by the way,
he's
got
house.
his string of hot dogs. He just picked up a bone. He had a string of hot dogs on the bun. That was pretty fun. He's getting pictures. He's very popular.
Is that Goofy's yard or is that Toon Park?
No, this is, I believe it's Goofy's yard, Goofy's backyard. The houses are not open for guests to go inside yet, so you can't go. Oh, whoa, Clarice. She's a rarity. Hello, Clarice. I'm not trying to sound creepy when I say that.
It's good to see her again.
It is great to see her again. I haven't seen her since I was in Japan.
You and Mike C finally got Mike C to ride every ride in Disneyland, right?
Yeah. Mike C had never done Gadgets Go Coaster. It was the last thing he needed to do to say that he has ridden every attraction at Disneyland, or ridden or experienced, I guess. Like, we don't ride all attractions. And,
Laughing Place devotees will recall that was the only one left on his list.
Yes, so we did it. They were posting a 30-minute wait time. It was a little bit inflated. It was probably more like 20.
Okay.
We had a good time. Oh, it looks like Chippendale's house is open, or their tree, as the case may be. It listed in the app as not available.
Well, realistically, that's just like a single flight of stairs, isn't it?
Yeah, but whatever. It's an attraction.
No, I agree.
Just do it. Okay, Minnie's out. There was no one there when I saw before. Mickey's house is closed at the moment, but Minnie is there. They come out of their houses, which I think is cute, because back in the day, you had to like go through their house and find them in the backyard or
Yep.
their film vault or what have you.
The
Whatever you
movie
have in your
barn.
backyard. Yeah. Merry and Bert. What a jolly holiday. Not Disneyland's Merry and Bert. Don't line up to get a picture with them. Disneyland security will come and give them hassle.
Did you ever
Deal
get
with
to
no
do
fun.
when it was the acorn pit that you would slide into?
No, I also didn't get to go into Goofy's house when I believe it had a bouncing element
Yep.
to it, like an
Yeah, it was
actual
basically a glorified
trampoline
bouncy
floor.
castle. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not get to do that. First time I stepped in it, I remember putting my foot down and quoting Hocus Pocus and being like, "'Tis firm as stone."
I remember watching recent like old promo videos and thinking, what lawyer let them do that? But that explains why they're so close now.
So, well, actually, I think I signed an NDA, so I won't talk about what I was going to talk about.
Oh,
when I
okay.
worked at Magic Kingdom. I can maybe tell you offline. But yeah, there's surprising things that have gone far enough in play testing to be installed, and
Yep.
then, first real group that gets to try it, someone's like, this was a bad idea, and it gets reversed faster than the sound made in the what's that party song? Not the Electric Slide. Going with the Charlie Brown.
One hop this time?
Yeah, that one. What's the name of that? Does that have a name?
I always mix it up. It's not the Cupid Shuffle.
Yes, I believe
it is the Cupid Shuffle. Okay,
I'm pretty sure you walk it out yourself. No, that's different. Sorry. Wow, I'm bad at parties. Don't invite me. I clearly don't know my stuff.
Because it's the Cupid Shuffle and the other one I always get mixed up.
Cupid Shuffle, Electric Slide, and then the reverse. Charlie Brown.
Purple Tink says, I remember that a cast member gave me a pin with Donald that was eating a turkey leg. It was foul eating a foul.
Wow.
How very foul.
If you ever end up... Oh, I'm getting a low battery warning on my phone. 20%.
Okay.
So just
let's
FYI,
get to Tomorrowland. Stat.
I'm going as fast as I can without running and getting yelled at. Because that's against the rules. We are about to go by the turkey legs, by the way. But what I was going to say is if you ever do a behind-the-scenes tour at the parks that gets you in before they really open and are done with their third shift work, particularly Magic Kingdom, I don't see as many turkey leg remnants strewn about the ground at Disneyland as I do out there. It's a different caliber of people. There's Edelweiss snacks where you can get your turkey legs, but you will see real birds eating real bits of turkey leg. You can also, if they're fast enough, building nests overnight. When birds' nests made primarily of the thinner, tendony bones of a turkey leg. That's a magical moment for everybody involved. You and the birds.
On my college program in 2006, I don't like thinking that was 15 years ago, but that was 15 years ago. Wow.
I was a year after you.
I worked in Frontierland merchandise, and we had a little cart outside that would do like the leather carving and whatnot. And somebody pranked me by putting 2 turkey legs on the corners, and all these giant birds would just keep swarming me, and I couldn't figure out why until I found those.
They're big and they're scary. And in fact, I think they're bigger than people. Definitely taller.
Some of them.
They're
Justin,
scary.
let's all eat like the birdies eat. Tweet, 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 tweet,
nom,
tweet.
Nom, 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 nom.
Now, what's this wall on your left, Alex?
Oh, this wall is clearly themed to Switzerland. Makes me feel like I am not on the Tomorrowland side of Matterhorn, but on the Switzerland side of the Matterhorn. But as you can see, I'm legally stepping into Tomorrowland. The tile has changed, the wall has changed. We've got portholes into an under the sea environment. There's that that shrimp who likes to clean glass, who I do not remember the name. There's Dory.
Jacques.
There's Squirt. Thank you, Tony. There's Nemo. I found him. That's not Marlin. He's got his lucky fin. The Blowfish, voiced by Brad Garrett, and Mr. Ray.
Bloat.
Thank you, Tony. Look at you go. You know all the things.
When it comes to that movie, yes. I
Crush.
think me and my girlfriend are probably the only two people that I'm aware of that are
My dog-
eagerly anticipating the arrival of this attraction again.
Oh, I enjoy this ride. Pearl, right? The starfish. And then
Peach.
Peach, thank you. Bruce, and what is his two friends' names?
Anchor and Chum.
And Chum. I knew Chum. I have dogs that are named Nemo and Dory, and I don't know all of that. So, you're special. Special guy. Yeah, the Finding Nemo submarine voyage will be back someday. The monorail will be back someday.
I wonder how long if they're putting this much work into reopening it. Hopefully, a while again afterward.
It's a great big world of intervention.
I'm so glad you sing that too.
Every day.
I sing that song frequently, and those are the words. I'm like, they were in 1998.
Yep. Mr. Tom Morrow welcomes you.
Nathan Lane. Yep. Back when Disney couldn't get enough of Nathan Lane.
Or vice versa.
That's true.
Hey, you want to do a whole TV series about your character and that other guy? Yes. We're going to send you guys all around the world and through different times in history. Yes, makes sense. Do it. Very much in story. That's definitely canon with Lion King.
Have you seen the Observatron go off at all today?
Has it gone off at all, Tony, in 20 years? I feel like you should be here with like a flyer being like, save the Orbitron. And that way in the future, when someone comes back and you're still campaigning for it, and then they'll go back in time and they'll see when rocket rods destroyed it or whatever. I just assume that's what its fate was. Probably more than anything, like it rained once in Southern California and the whole thing rusted and they were like, well, we didn't have the budget for that.
Remind me next time I go, and I'll stage that photo 1,000%.
You'll bring flyers. Save the Arbitron. It's hard to see in the daytime, but Star Trader Neon Mickey is moving, flying through space.
That's one of my favorite things at Disneyland.
Yeah,
is that light.
It is very special.
Have you ever played the Disneyland Adventures game on the Xbox?
Yeah, we bought an Xbox with that. What was that? Motion Connect. We bought it just for that game. One of my favorite elements of that game, though, was that you could get close to popcorn carts and hear the engine whirring in them, and then it would as you moved away, it would get quieter again. The
Xbox has it. The new Xbox, the Xbox One has it, and you can actually play it with your controller. You don't need a Kinect, which I enjoyed because my arm would get very tired with the Kinect version. But there's a lot of hidden stuff in the Neon one, and not Neon in the game.
Yeah. So when it first
unlock all the secrets.
When it first became Alien Pizza Port, and as so many things that Disney do, it was temporary and not permanent. It was like a little tarp over the R2-P2, and then they made it permanent and got a better sign. There's a multiple points where you can, and I do not recommend this, nor have I done it, but if I ever wanted to get banned for life from Disneyland, this is what I would do, where you could conceivably, if you have the upper arm strength, grab onto the sides of the People Mover track, hoist yourself up onto it, and walk it. That's one of them. The other one is around the corner from Buzz Lightyear. And I am not like super duper physically fit myself, but I have pretty big confidence I could do it. So I can make it happen. And I feel like the railings on Alice in Wonderland, we're maybe like a year away from them walling them off.
Up on the People Mover tracks now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
see people all the time when I'm in line for Space Mountain or Buzz Lightyear looking at it and being like, I could get up there and thinking about it. And I'm like, yeah, it's just going to take one person to do it. And then they're going to
Yep.
Put a fence up around the whole thing.
The Mexico Pyramid in Epcot. All it took was one person.
It just took one guy. He drank his way around the world, decided those stairs were climbable. They totally were. He wasn't wrong. And got up pretty high.
And then somebody else, like a week later, did it with the Tree of Life also.
Yeah.
Nanette says, I've never seen it this empty in July, let alone Disneyland's birthday. I'm shocked. I think the reservation will probably stick around. I don't think this has anything to do with reservations, even though I do know there's going to stick around. I think you agree with me on that one, Alex. I think Chapek has even said, and tomorrow, like, nope, they're staying. But I think it's not as crowded, and you might agree with me on this, because there's no more annual passes.
I would say all of those things are true. I do love the new paint on these entryway walls. I don't know if you can see how prismatic they are now.
Yep.
They were not before. And I think I'll take you guys down Main Street, USA, to the train station. It all started with Walt wanting a real train that wasn't in his backyard. And I think that's a fitting place to end it.
Yep. Mr. Lincoln, also not an opening day attraction.
No, not an opening day attraction. One of my favorite Lincoln stories is that they were working on it in secret on the basement level between the animation studio and the ink and paint buildings, what is later became known as the morgue. And they were so secretive about what they were doing, but one night a janitor went in there and the Abe Lincoln figure, I think they had like left it on. And so when they got there in the morning, they found him, and like a mop and broom like spilled out on the floor, and they realized what had happened. And then like after that, the janitor was like, I won't go in there. I'm not cleaning that room. I'm curious to know like what level of skin Honest Abe had at that moment. Like, was he completely gears, or did he have fleshy parts and non-fleshy parts? Ooh, I just hit my step goal. I don't know if you heard my phone.
Congratulations! It did
Thanks.
Pause for a second, almost like you got a text or something.
That was me achieving all my dreams at the happiest place on earth. Coke Corner, a very sentimental spot for Doobie and Rebecca, Laughing Place co-founders.
That is correct.
I am.
Now, when you get through here, are you going to go to the other opening day attraction on the other side of the Esplanade and go to California Adventure?
Yes, sir. But I'm walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA. I'm about to have to move because someone else is using it, but I'm going right back in, right down the middle. Not
now, if I remember
sides.
from my sing-along song videos, at some point, Chip and Dale, as old-timey British police officers, are going to come around the corner, right?
They're definitely going to come out and, polish up the cigar store Indian. Going to get him neat and pretty for the day he's about to have.
Donald's rearranging the plush too, right? Like right over there.
Donald, Plush Mountain is being restocked by Donald with only Donald. Very important figure to have involved. You want lots of Donald plushes. And
have you seen any special pins today?
I have not, nor have I seen anybody like lining up at any of the merch lines just seem non-existent today. So I don't think there's anything different today. This may be laziness, or it may just be that like they didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings because Pride Month was a little bit lackluster this year and last, but they've extended their display. It could also just be that they still have everything rainbow in stock. So they're like, hey, come buy some rainbow stuff.
Come buy some stuff, yeah.
We're still.
Are the enchanted windows still there? The ones that were put in for the 60th?
Yeah, but one of them's covered up right now, and I think it's the frozen one. Here's Princess and the Frog.
What a loss!
Out of your way. Facilier is tormenting them. Do the magic! Do the magic! Here we go. Yes. They're almost there. Oh, the critters just came back. Not the Critter Country critters. Obviously, that would be weird.
That's
Toy
ominous
Story.
foreshadowing, actually, if you put it
It
that way.
is. Toy Story.
I love the Toy Story one, but I don't like Andy's arms when they come down from the top.
Can you see them chilling out up there?
Uh,
Yes.
yeah.
They're just hanging out up there waiting. They all better drop down. This is specifically Toy Story 3. Okay, so there was any
Yes.
confusion. Gotta know
Is
your
it?
Toy
Well,
Stories.
but
That is
Wheezy's
Buzz
there.
and Jesse, but it's Buzz and Jesse doing the tango. Okay,
Yeah.
this is not canon. Also, it's the jail from like the thing where they were riding like Mr. Porkchop or whatever. They're playing the flamenco version of "You've Got a Friend in Me," which I believe is called "Hay un amigo en mí."
Benji says the window display book sign is really cool.
At the book, it's probably him. What book sign is it?
I don't know. He just says the book sign.
I guarantee you it's him. I will go to there because I am going to lose battery at some point. But poor Cinderella, she is not having a very good day. Very godmother.
Well, it looks like it might change, though.
Looks like she has been eating glazed something or other. Her mouth is white. I don't know if you can see that.
It's one of those festive 65th or 66th anniversary cupcakes.
She had a special donut. Do the magic. I see the sparkles. Oh, bibbidi, bobbidi. Boom. So this is love.
La, 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 la.
We got Gus and Jacques. I'm looking for Susie and Perla, but I'm just not seeing them, guys. And then
I like how
this
bitter
is the
you
one-
are about their names, though. It's fun.
I'm sorry. Oh, we got Bruno. The best character of Cinderella.
Is he
Bruno
making
and
noise?
Lucifer. He is not. This is the one that's covered up.
So you can't tell him Silencio Bruno. Got it.
I cannot tell him to Silenzio with a Z. People keep saying Silencio Bruno, and like I keep seeing Italians that I know being like, it's Silenzio.
It's true. I thought you said this one was gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the other one then? Because Frozen's here.
There's
This is
6.
blue.
I know that.
This has been made
And we
blue.
saw Frozen, Princess of the Frog, Toy Story, Cinderella.
And next to this one is Aladdin.
I was gonna say I remember an Aladdin one. I feel like there's another Renaissance one. So maybe Beauty and the Beast or Mermaid. Oh, Peter Pan. Thank you, Justin.
There was definitely. Oh yeah, that was Peter Pan.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, so Peter Pan, Miss Favorita, not available. So said, oh hi, Boo. Look at you go with that big gem that's going to close the Cave of Wonders because you weren't supposed to touch anything but the lamp.
Spot on.
Thank you. My, what's his name?
Why does she look angry?
She does look angry. Olaf looks happy though. Who, as we recently learned in Once Upon a Snowman, was just kind of born and then left to his own devices, leading to hilarious consequences. Olaf's really mobile. Oh, another thing we should maybe do, just to point it out.
Yes.
If I could only go upstairs in one not easy to get to place, being above New Orleans Square or here above the Firehouse, I think I'd choose the Firehouse, even though they're not going to feed me. And if I turned that lamp off, the ghost of the specter of Walt Disney would whoosh through and curse me forever. I'm sure.
Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Hello. Charlotte says hello. Love when me and Alex do a walk and talk.
Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Very nice. If you have any complaints, this is where you go about what.
That's
my show today.
hefty.
Hefty line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
it's because of those Nemo subs.
I bet you it's all to cast compliment Wendell, who we had the pleasure of experiencing at Tiki Room today, and his spiel before the show is chef's kiss. It was brilliant. It was a Maria Bamford style comedy routine. Lasted far longer than the usual, please stay seated. Don't take your trash out the door with you. If you need to leave, push on that door. It was far more involved and detailed and exquisite. Do you know where Benji was talking about when he said book window?
It's just the window display under the book sign is really cool. That's all he says.
Under the book sign.
If you look at the Emporium, right?
I'm looking
it says like gifts or something, and I think it says books on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's talking about the one that's closed up. He's not there.
Okay, got it.
I really thought he was gonna like lead me to a window where he's like sitting on a bench in front of it. Like, this one's really cool.
That wouldn't surprise me, but
yes. Yeah. One of these things is not like the other. Sight lines, people, sight lines.
To quote myself and my stepdad, who agreed with me years later when he said the same thing, just put a tree there.
Yeah. Yep. I see outside the berm. At least it's not, a hotel off property, which I do love the new West End behind California Adventure, but you can see it multiple times from Paradise Pier. I mean, Pixar Pier.
Well, I'll give them a small pass on sightlines at the California Adventure because there is no berm. Because even when you're on Incredicoaster, you can see the convention center the whole time.
It's a bermless park. And I don't know if you know this, but that one's not hub and spoke.
No, really?
So if you go like one way, you have to go all the way around to get back. There's no hub.
All right. Well, should we let you get back to more Disneyland fun without the sing-along? Well, maybe there will be a sing-along.
I don't know. I mean, you should all definitely go pull out your VHSs or DVDs of the Disneyland Fun Sing-Along. And fun fact,
they're on YouTube also.
Oh, cool. Fun fact, if you have the DVD and you switch your player to be Region 2, it gives you the Disneyland Paris version, which exists.
It does. I've seen it. It's almost beat for beat the same thing.
Yes, but like it's a shot-for-shot remake at Disneyland
But
Paris.
at Disneyland Paris with a bad
Winnie the Pooh. Was it still Winnie the Pooh with the honey pot head, or was it the second gen walk around Pooh?
I think it's the second gen.
Okay.
I might watch it again later now. But anyway, coming up later tonight on Laughing Place YouTube, you'll find Disney Trivia Live, hosted by Doobie and Gideon. Topics yet to be determined. Later next week, we'll have all of our usual programming, like Disney Parks Talk Live, Marvel Time, all that fun stuff. So be sure to remember, like, subscribe, ring that bell, get notified for all of our broadcasts. Alex, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm jealous. Go wait in the guest relations line and complain about Nemo subs not being open.
Will do. Definitely. Right. I'm going to spend Disneyland's birthday.
So long, everybody.